they've brought somebody that will not talk much and is a technical person. But it is fine. I'm happy to take the back bench at this point in time. Please, the ladies should not carry this, please. I'm a gentleman. Please, I need a volunteer in the house. Somebody should help me to move this to the side. Please. Thank you very much, Mr. Photographer. You know, photography is a calling, Abi. If you are not aware, okay, I will let you know, please. Let me not destroy NIA property. I hope it is insured, Abi. Sorry, Mrs. Adin, you just said there's a duty of care. It sounds like my CIN textbook. Okay, so media, please. To moderate the panel session, I have the pleasure of introducing Mrs. Olufunmilayo Ogunbiyi, FIN, the head of technical at Stanbic IBTC Insurance Limited. Mrs. Ogunbiyi, are you here? Okay. Olufunmilayo Ogunbiyi is the head technical at Stanbic IBTC with over 2 decades of progressive leadership experience across underwriting, claims again, reinsurance, product development, operations and regulatory compliance in Nigeria's insurance industry. At Stanbic IBTC, she provides strategic and operational leadership for technical functions, driving profitable underwriting performance means they are making money, robust reinsurance frameworks. Media, you are not moving with me. You are not in the future. You are not future ready. Robust reinsurance frameworks, competitive product development, and strong stakeholder engagement with regulators and industry partners. She's been at NSI Insurance, Liberty Holdco Nigeria, Custodian Life, Leadway Assurance, where she has led transformative initiatives in operational excellence, risk management, product innovation, AML safety compliance, and customer experience. Olufumla is a fellow of the Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria and serves as a faculty member at the College of Insurance and Financial Management. She's a respected thought leader in the insurance industry and has contributed to key industry textbooks and professional publications. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Olufumla Ogunbiyi. Yeah, I know. Thank you very much. On to the panelists. Media, future ready, please. I think we will need to drag the media more, Madam President. They are not, maybe you should have made the address for everybody. Media, to the panelists, please. Thank you. Thank you. I have the first panelist, I like PhD a lot. One day I'll get there. Mr. Adedotun Ifebogun, are you here, sir? Oh, please a round of applause for him as he approaches the panel. Oh, thank you very much. We came at the same time. He parked in front of me. So they will not need to move my car for you. So that's good. Mr. Adedotun Ifebogun, AIIN, is a seasoned retail banking expert and a trained financial services and transformation practitioner with over 30 years post-qualification experience, half of which was spent in senior management roles within the banking sector. So what they mean there is that essentially he's been making money for 30 years in banking. He currently serves as Executive Director of Business Development at Sapphire Virtual Networks Limited, a fintech company that delivers value chain lending, protection and advisory solutions across OEMs, telcos, wholesale, and retail channels, serving personal, corporate, and government clients. He holds a BS in Agricultural Economics from UI and is an associate of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria. He has an MBA, executive MBA from LBS. They say the prestigious Lagos Business School, as if we all did not go to school. And is an honorary senior member of the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria. I'm actually not jealous, but it is what it is. And he recently qualified as an associate of the Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dr. Ifebogun. You can see. Okay, you can see the quality of the panel. So let me move on quickly to Mr. Stephen Aderogba. Mr. Stephen Aderogba, are you here, please? Please. Mr. Stephen Adirogba is Group Head of Insurance at West Africa Tropical General Investment Group. He is a seasoned insurance professional with experience in insurance broking, spanning complex risk advisory and strategic insurance program design across diverse sectors. He currently leads the insurance team at insurance. He currently serves as Group Head of Insurance West Africa at TGI Group, a leading FMCG, where he oversees enterprise-wide insurance strategy, risk financing, and stakeholder engagement across the region. Stephen holds a master's in business admin with a specialization in strategic management from Babcock University, along with a bachelor's degree and a higher national diploma in insurance. He's an associate of the CRN, and his solid academic foundation underscores his deep expertise and commitment to the insurance industry. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mr. Stephen Adirogba. Thank you for coming, sir. Finally, media. Are we still behind? Okay, I know why media is confused. Okay, thank you. Mr. Julius Akindele AIHN, are you here, sir? Okay. Julius Akindele is a highly accomplished insurance professional with over 17 years of experience in risk management, underwriting, and insurance broking. Has an HND in insurance from Lagos State Polytechnic and an MBA in risk management and insurance from Leeds City University. He's an associate of the Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria and the Council of Registered Insurance Brokers of Nigeria. Mr. Akindele possesses deep expertise in enterprise risk management, insurance underwriting, operational risk and strategic planning, and is recognized for delivering practical, value-driven risk solutions within complex business environments. He's the only person that put his marital status in the profile. So I'm glad to inform you that he's happily married and blessed with 3 children. It is not easy to be married though. Shebi, you know, I think there should be an insurance product that deals with marriage so that in case there is a frank situation, we do not need to encounter a cheeky example. If you get it, you get it. If you don't get it. And finally, somebody from the informal market. Recall that our keynote speaker said Nigeria is a very informal economy, right? So we have somebody from the informal market to join this panel. It's a very rich panel. And I am delighted to invite the Iyaloja of Sabo Market, Mrs. Olorun Yemi, represented by the Balogun of Sabo Market, Yaba. Are you here? Thank you very much. Please, a round of applause for her. You know, when we say insurance has to really go to the trenches, this is what we are talking about. It's not just about us wearing fine shoes, fine shirts, and ties, and have all the ties. We want to really speak to people who matter. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I hand over the microphone to the moderator, please enjoy the panel session. A round of applause for me, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can we have another seat for the keynote speaker? Dear distinguished guests, dear leaders and captains of industry, I assure you that this panel session is going to be a very interesting one because this sit at the core of our operation is consumer-led. We are going to be hearing different perspectives this very time from the finance, from insurance, from corporate risk management, from grassroots commerce operator, and from inclusive insurance. Please take notes. I encourage you to keep your questions because after this panel section, there's going to be an interactive section, and then you can ask your various questions. Thank you. You're all welcome, my panelists. Thank you. Happy to have you. So I'm going to start this engagement with Mr. Ifebokun. You are welcome. You know, banking has undergone quite tremendous and enormous digital transformation. What lesson can insurance industry learn from this banking digital transformation? Thank you.
Hello. Okay. Good morning, everyone. All protocols duly observed, and thank you for having me. Well, interesting question from point of view of banking. As we know, banking in itself has undergone quite a number of transformation in the past couple of years. And for someone that's been part of that, I mean, it's an interesting way to flip it from the insurance industry. One thing that was practical in that course of transformation was that the customers has looked beyond banking from product point of view. It's about experience. Interestingly, we've said this in several forms this morning. Just imagine a situation where after opening your account, you cannot transact because there's no presence in a particular environment. That invariably implies that you need to have a platform or a process that is straight through without necessarily having brick and mortar. So that's what led to digitization. That is what led to being able to acquire customers without even having a direct interface with them. Just imagine a situation where we now have an insurance product. Let's, for instance, say hospital cash, and for the Iyaloja, at the point of need, then there is no action when she now goes to the point where she needed maybe an hospital care or a prescription and all. So those are the issues that has to be reimagined from the point of view of insurance. That entire process is not just about product now, that does the magic. Another key aspect of this process was the fact that we needed to be ahead of the regulators. Permit me, sir, from the regulatory point of view. I recall in the process of developing the digital product, Alert by Wema, when I was in Wema Bank, we had to sit the regulators down to explain why I don't necessarily need to see a customer before he or she can open an account. Why do we have BVN? What does BVN give? Why don't we use that entire process to acquire so that we don't need to have somebody go into a banking hall? I'd rather come and meet you and give you the platform and process by which you can onboard. We wouldn't need to leverage all other platforms, right? And we also carry phone. We know that teledensity is better than any other aspect of our lives. We have about 180 million people who are carrying phones. Why do you want to reinvent it? Why can't you reimagine it and see how we can collaborate with the people that are ahead of us? But that also needs to be driven down from the regulatory perspective, right? That collaboration between regulators and being able to reimagine that process was another key issue. Another key element of it was the fact that data was actually not put to use until it became necessary that you cannot be opening branches everywhere. There's a lot of data in our hands. What are we doing with it? Right? But in the course of using the data, we also have regulatory obligations to meet. How do we ensure that we use the data in the manner that the regulators will want us to do? And that necessarily means that we have to go to the regulators. What can I do with this data? What must I not do with this data? How do I ensure that this data gives the necessary information? So, for instance, as we sit today, a bank can click a button and know how much amount you can take as a loan based on your income or the service you have in the bank. Same way, can we use the data of our customers to determine even if their premium can actually be discounted next year if they don't have a claim this year? Can we imagine a situation where, because I attend the wellness check with my HMO, I attend a gym, my lifestyle information gives me a better stead in my years ahead, and use that to, imagine a product for me. that data also helps us to actually customize the products and also the pricing elements around this process. There's a lot to say, but I don't want to hog the mic so that we can have others to take the floor.
Thank you
Thank you very
so
much.
much, Mr. Ifebogun. And what I hear from him is if we are looking at insurance future redefined, we have to consider the customer journey. We have to also consider redefining the distribution and also how we actually use the data that we have. Thank you so much for that insight. So I'm moving right to you, Mr. Adewogba. Okay, so many organizations still see insurance mainly as a compliance requirement rather than a strategic tool. What do you think is driving this mindset, and how can the industry change this perception? Can I use my mic?
So thank you. The fact that many people still see insurance as a compliance requirement rather than a strategic tool, I would say, is driven by historical view of insurance in the past. Say in the 1940s, 50s, when we started doing third-party motor insurance. Permit me to be very practical. I'm a very practical person. So many people who buy this insurance, basically, it was a legal requirement. Very few, I don't know if there's any, who had the experience of getting claims from these policies those days. And that has been the narrative. And the consequence of that narrative is what we are talking now. Being why people see insurance as a compliance requirement. So even coming to this era where we are, we can still see so many things why people still see insurance as a legal requirement. Because when you want to take a loan, insurance is a requirement to secure a loan for organizations. Regulatory approvals for your professional licenses and the medical fields and all that. Insurance is a requirement. So, and these people never had the opportunity of getting the claim from these policies they buy. So that creates the narrative that insurance is just for. In fact, in the motor case, they say let my people go. What is it called? So that's the narrative. But interestingly, that has started changing. I give kudos to the leaders of the industry, many of who are here and those who are not here, that paid the sacrifice for the changed mindset. The mindset is changing drastically, seriously changing. Organizations no longer see insurance as a choice. They are seeing it as a necessity. In the past, insurance used to be like an overhead cost. It's no longer an overhead cost. Insurance now sits at the heart of every serious organization. So another challenge I personally face is, I think this is a takeaway for take home here, particularly for people in the claim side. You have a friend who have been doing third party all his life. You are not able to convince him to do comprehensive for the first time. Unfortunately,